In about the year 980, 5 centuries before Columbus, Scandinavians made their way across the north to Iceland, Greenland, and onto the east coast of North America, far enough south to have found grapes, for which many believe they named this new land Vinland, which means wineland, although Vinland may also mean meadowland. From their Arctic lands, they commuted to Vinland to trade with Inuit groups and to obtain timber for building and burning. But about 1000 CE, colonizing attempts in Vinland began in Newfoundland. Trade items included furs, metal goods, and ivory. Peaceful trade slowly gave way to hostility, and the Norse eventually abandoned Vinland, although many Norse remained in Greenland all the way until the 1480s. One Norseman in battle with the natives received a fatal blow. He then said, "There is fat around my belly. We have won a fine and fruitful country, but will hardly be allowed to enjoy it." Through a collection of Icelandic sagas recorded in the 13th and 14th centuries, we hear about Norse interaction in Vinland. The story begins with a man named Eric the Red, who was banished from Iceland for manslaughter. He explored Greenland and persuaded Icelanders to move there, even giving the new land an appealing name, Greenland. During these times, a merchant named Bjarni was blown off course from Greenland and sighted a land further west. He described these lands to Eric the Red's son, Leif Erikson, who then explored these lands further and 15 years later planted a small settlement. Leif sailed the 1,300 miles to Vinland following Bjarni's description. He spent 2 winters there with his crew of 13 exploring. Leif's brother Thorvald, however, began hostile interactions with the natives when he ventured to Vinland and wintered there. He attacked 9 natives sleeping in a skin-covered canoe. One of them escaped and returned with a force of warriors. Struck by an arrow, Thorvald was killed. Later, about the year 1009, Thorfinn Karlsefni sailed to Vinland with between 150 to 250 men and women. Their interactions were peaceful in the beginning, and there is record of trading of furs, metals, red cloth, and milk. A while later, hostility broke out among the 2 groups, which led to the abandonment of the settlement. Although voyages for timber, a resource unavailable in Greenland, probably persisted until much later. Evidence for this includes a Norwegian coin dated to Olaf Kyrre's reign, which was from 1067 to 1093. This coin was found in an archaeological site in the state of Maine.